Hello, good morning, children. Welcome to 7th Standard Science Class Biology, Chapter 2 Nutrition in Living Organisms, Animals and Man, Part 2. In Part 1 of this chapter, we learnt modes of intake of food, food habits of animals, and at last we discussed about modes of nutrition, that is, saprotropic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, and holozoic nutrition, right? In today's session, we will discuss about a very important topic, that is nutrition in humans. Children, our body require constant energy for various activity that we will do in our daily life, right? And every living body constantly working internally. Our human body as well extremely dynamic. And for this, where do we derive the necessary energy? Your answer is the food we eat, right? But that is just a partially correct. In fact, the food we eat is just a source of energy. You know, energy is mainly derived in digestion process. Then how does this digestion process work? What happens to the food after we eat it? Where it is carried away and where does it exactly get digested? How does this digested process occurs exactly? Let us see answer for all these questions. The food that we eat passes through a long muscular tube called alimentary canal that is present in our body. The long muscular tube, what we call alimentary canal, that is present in our body. And children, this alimentary canal begins at the mouth and ends at the anus. Understood? The parts of the alimentary canal are here. The first one is buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus, stomach, large intestine, small intestine, rectum and anus. Children, along with these parts, there are number of glands associated with alimentary canal which play important role in digestion of food we eat. The alimentary canal along with these associated glands form the overall digestive system. Here, alimentary canal along with the associate glands forming the overall digestive system. Understood? Children, first we will learn sequence of steps involved in the digestion process. There are mainly 5 processes in digestion. The first process is ingestion. After ingestion, it is digestion. After digestion, we have absorption. After absorption, it is assimilation. And at final step, it is digestion process. Let us learn in brief these 5 processes. Okay. The first process is ingestion. Children, ingestion is a process in which food is taken inside through mouth and broken down by teeth. And this is the initial digestion taken place in the mouth. After ingestion, we are going to have digestion process. The process of breakdown of complex molecules into a simple soluble ones. He is called digestion. You know how food is digested? Here food is digested with the help of some important chemicals called enzymes. They help in breakdown of food into simpler form. The first process of digestion starts in buccal cavity. The first process of digestion starts where? It starts in buccal cavity and completed in small intestine. Understood? It starts in buccal cavity and it's completed in the small intestine. After digestion, we are going to have absorption process. After the digestion of food, the digested food is absorbed by the walls of small intestine. And from the small intestine, it is passed to the blood. It is absorbed by the after digestion of food, the digested food is absorbed by the walls of small intestine. And from the small intestine, it is passed to the blood. The energy, the digested food is passed to where? To the blood. The blood carries this energy to all parts of the body. And after the absorption, we are going to have assimilation process. Absorbed food is utilized by the body for growth and formation of other parts of the body. This is what we call assimilation. After the assimilation, the final step is digestion. Digestion is a process in which undigested food is removed out from the body. From the alimentary canal is known as digestion. Children, this is the whole process of digestion. You know, this digestion process is not as simple as it seems. Let's have look at the specific functions of different parts of the digestive system. We shall commence with mouth, and which is also called buccal cavity. Children, let me ask you one thing. Why is the mouth includes in the alimentary canal? Why it is considered as a part of digestive system? Is its major purpose is simply talking? Well, an interesting fact is that our mouth directly involved in the process of digestion. Yes, mouth is majorly responsible for ingestion, that is food intake, followed by both mechanical and chemical digestion. Let us understand how. Children, you know there are three major structure in our mouth that helps in digestion. They are tongue, teeth and salivary glands. Let us learn first about teeth. Whatever we eat, it always has to pass through the churning process or the physical breakdown. And chewing is one of the most important steps of digestion. And you know who helps in this process? They are teeth. They help in biting, chewing, grinding the food we eat. Here, teeth are rooted in the sockets of bones of jaws. Okay, where they are rooted? They are rooted in the sockets of the bones of jaws. And these are covered by a white, shining, strong protective material called enamel. They are covered by what? A white, shining, strong protective material called enamel. Children, can you tell me how many teeth do humans have? Well, adult humans have totally 32 teeth. 16 in upper jaw and 16 in the lower jaw. Children, you know, human during their life develop two sets of teeth. The first set of teeth are 20 small teeth, also called milk teeth or baby teeth. The first set of teeth which human develops that are 20 in number, and they are small teeth also known as milk teeth or baby teeth or temporary teeth. When a baby is 6 or 7 months old, these baby teeth or milk teeth starts appearing above the gum line. When child is around 6 years old, a second set of 32 larger teeth, and these larger teeth are called permanent teeth. Understood? Comes out from the gums, and these permanent teeth replace the milk teeth. So the milk teeth and the permanent teeth are two sets of teeth in the life of human. Understood? Yes. Children, we have four different types of teeth. That is, the first one is incisors, canine, premolars and molars that perform different functions. Each type of teeth has a different purpose. For example, to cut, tear, grind and to chew. Let us see the first four teeth in both upper and lower jaws. They all are same shape and have a sharp edge. They work like a scissors. Here see, the first four teeth, they are same shape and have a sharp edge. They work like a scissors to bite and cut food into small pieces. Hence they are called incisors. Understood? And next, you just look at the sharp pointed teeth located on both sides of incisors on each jaw. Here you see. Yes, this one and one more here you see. Both sides we have. Here I am showing. Okay, like this. So here, these are used to tear the food. They are called canines. Sharp pointed teeth located on both sides of incisors on each jaw, and these are used to tear the food. They are called canines. They are four in number, two in each jaw, means two in upper jaw and remaining two in lower jaw. Understood? And next to this canine, we are going to have a broad and flat teeth that acts as a nutcracker and are used to grind and break the food into small pieces. They are called premolars. Next to each canine, there are two broad and flat teeth. Okay. next to the canine. Here canine is there na. Next to that there are two flat and broad teeth. They acts like a nutcracker and are used to grind what you know. They are used to grind and break the food into small pieces. They are called premolars. Okay. There are 4 premolars in each jaw. See, here 2 premolar, here 2. Totally 4 premolars in upper jaw. Here also, here 2 molars and here 2. Here also 4 premolar in lower jaw. Understood? They helps in to grind and break the food into small pieces. And look at last 3 teeth on both sides of each jaw. Last 3 teeth. You just each jaw, you're going to see last 3 teeth. Understood? The last 3 teeth are broader than premolar. Okay, they are broader than premolar. Their function is similar to the premolar. They are used to grind the food further into a fine paste. Understood? Got it? Here first we have incisors and next canine. After the canine we have premolars and last we are going to see the molars. Understood? Canine, the first that is incisors, canine, premolar and molar. Understood? Each teeth has a different purpose to cut, tear, grind and chew the food. Understood? These are 4 types of teeth.